Join me right now on Kumite TV is Bellator heavyweight Linton Vassell. What's going on, Linton?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Good, good, man. You look comfortable. You look relaxed. How's camp been going?
Camp's been going great, man. I can't wish for a better camp. So good camp, healthy, confident, fit. So on the right track. Got like 3 weeks now. So head to England on Wednesday, and then from England I'll be there for about 8 to 9 days, and then I head to Israel from there.
What are you gonna do in England for 8 to 9 days?
Train, still gonna train because I'm
Okay.
obviously originally from England, so I just go back to my gym, Hard Knocks, BST in Northampton. I got some guys over there that's gonna obviously help me train and do the last little bits, and then fly there to Israel because it's a 14-hour flight from here to Israel, and obviously the time difference as well. So it makes sense going a little bit earlier. I might as well go to England as it's only a couple hours away from Israel.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. You got to get acclimated to the
Is
time
actually,
zone.
so fly a little bit earlier, and do it like that instead. I've been in the game
Right.
for a while. You can't really be flying fight week, 14, 15 hours, and then fighting a few days later.
I think a lot of people don't understand that. That 14, like your training partner, he
Yeah,
flies every fight, what, 20 hours or something like that?
no, crazy, crazy. He does fly about 10 days before,
Yeah.
but it is about 20 hours altogether. I've been with him twice, and it's a long old day of flying.
Did you go with him to Burma or Myanmar? Was that one of the
Yeah,
times?
twice.
How crazy was it when you got to Myanmar with Like, it's
Like, you
it's a
turn
whole
up,
nother
and then
experience, right?
yeah, seriously, you turn up to the airport, and there's probably about 100 people just waiting for him. Like pictures, autographs, just hounding him. But again, obviously, he's loved. He's loved out there. So what I mean, he's their champion, and me and my people, really, really respect that. And yeah, they go out there and support him, and show the love.
Oh well, let's get back to what you're going through. You were a light heavyweight. You moved up to heavyweight. Everything is always a process, man. Things take
Yeah,
time. What are some of the changes you have made over the last year to get more comfortable at the weight you're at right now?
I think it's just sort of knowing my body now. Like I went from probably 230, and then at like heavyweight, so I was walking around about 230. And then I obviously went to heavyweight and I blew up to like 247. Probably wasn't the best idea. 'Cause I definitely noticed it and felt the difference in the fight. So I just sort of kept that weight down a little bit more. So I'm about 240 now, around about that mark. And obviously training, like I've probably got a full year now of staying at heavyweight. So now my body's used to it, eating right, training right, doing the right type of training for my body. So I feel like I can go more than 3 rounds. So I feel like it's going to be a fast paced fight. Seriously, as you probably see in my fights, I pretty much start fast and finish the fight first, second round. So that's just the way I fight. And as a heavyweight, I feel like I've got my body to adjust to that. So yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Do you see, as you as a heavyweight, do you see that your cardio has gotten better because of that, weight cut is gone now, and you have adjusted your body better over the last year?
Yeah. Again, my last fight wasn't my best. I ended up getting tired in the third round. So obviously, me and my coaches went back and we changed a few things. So yeah, cardio is one of the things. Obviously, I changed and added um, into I say into my game. But when you're always cutting weight, you're running, you're doing that cardio anyway. As a heavyweight, you don't really have to do as much cardio. So I made sure, I added that into my training as well as obviously everything else.
What is the difference between cardio when you're running on like a treadmill or outside compared to cardio as like in wrestling cardio or sparring cardio? There's a difference, right?
Yeah, with running outside, obviously, it's a pace. You can go at your own pace. You can either go fast, slow, depending how you feel. With wrestling, you can't really take it easy, otherwise you're going to get beat up. Your partner's not going to take it easy. They might be having a great day and be on fire that day. So you have to step up. So if someone's pulling you, taking you down, you're reversing, it's a lot. It's a lot of work. Scrambling, it really takes you out of you. If you think about it, if you lay on the floor, get up, lay on the floor, get up 10 times, you're gonna get tired. So imagine doing that with someone, trying to keep you down there and trying to submit you and punch and kick you. So yeah, it's totally different.
Bellator 234, you mentioned earlier you're going to be traveling there to Israel. Was that the
Yes.
original plan for you to return at that event, or did you want to get back earlier because you've taken a little bit of time off?
Yeah, not. That's not my choice. I haven't taken that time off, for myself or nothing. It's just the way Bellator didn't book me until now. So, yeah, that helped me, work on a few things. So it's all good. I'm fighting in a couple of weeks, so I'd rather like to fight a good 3 times a year. I feel like that's probably what would work with me. 3 times a year at least, but something we have to talk about after this fight.
Yeah, well, it all, like you said, it all works out. You
Yeah,
you come back, you get a headlining spot on a big
yeah,
show, and you're facing a serious veteran. When you
yeah.
got the contract and Sergey Karatanov's name was on it, what was your reaction to that?
Again, no disrespect. I didn't know who he was. Like, not in that way. I wasn't really a guy who used to watch all the fights back in the day. So I didn't know him from then. I knew him from when he came to Bellator. So I didn't really have all that. He's a vet, and until I actually looked and watched his fights. So yeah, obviously I know he's a dangerous guy, but to me, I just see him as another guy in my way. We're all human. We all get punched and kicked the same, man. So there's another person to me.
Your teammate and friend Matt Mitrione, he faced
Yeah.
Karatanov twice. Some unfortunate
Well, the first
circumstances
one didn't was
surrounding
really.
both of those fights. Those fights were kind of weird, right?
Yeah,
Have
the
you
first
talked to
one.
Matt about those fights and
Uh,
facing Karatanov?
yeah, yeah. He's obviously told me a few things, so I'm gonna keep that
Hmm.
to myself.
Of course.
Yeah, both were weird fights. One was obviously the groin shot, and the second one, his mouthpiece fell out. And he did say he did make that an issue, And I saw Matt winning that fight.
Mhm.
Matt was putting some work in, kicks, punches, everything was landing. Matt was the faster of the two. And yeah, and as soon as his mouthpiece fell out, and Dan said, "I'm going to take a point," it just sort of played with him a little bit. He understands that, and that's probably something he won't make a mistake he won't make again.
Yeah, I think the mouthpiece, it's such a
Yeah,
pivotal part of the fighter. It has to fit perfectly, almost has to fit like a glove, right? If you have
right.
the wrong mouthpiece, it's like something very uncomfortable, and
Yeah,
your natural reaction is to spit it out, right?
yeah. For me, I always make sure I have like 3 mouth guards, and that's what I have regardless. So I take 2 with me every time I go to fight, and I always check my bag, make sure mouthpiece. I feel like mouthpiece, groin guard, shorts, they're the key. They're your weapons. They're your armor. I feel like I would make sure I got that. So that's me personally. So I make sure I've got my kit to go to battle.
Training camp, you mentioned Hard Knocks 365. What has the schedule been like for this camp?
Pretty much it's a busy schedule, 5 days a week. Oh, sorry, 6 days a week. So I'll take you through like a few of the days. So today is Monday, and we do MMA drills. But today we did a lot of up down, getting that grinding work. Like the fights on the floor, then you get up down. We did probably about 8 to 10 rounds, 7 minute rounds. So you can imagine, big guys on top of you going through that type of work. And then I had boxing this evening. Tomorrow is sparring. So we do like 4 to 5 rounds MMA. There's some big guys here as well. And in the evening is strength conditioning. Wednesday's wrestling. And then we take the evening off. Thursday's MMA again, or kickboxing, depends on the coaches or us athletes. And then Thursday, I would do kickboxing drills. And then Friday, we do no gi. In the evenings, lifting. And then Saturday, I either do a no gi class or a circuit. So it just depends. But that's the week really. And then Sunday, sometimes I go swimming and just do a little bit of relax. It's called relaxing recovery.
You've been doing this for a long time, you've been
Yeah.
through the grind, over and over and over again. But is there one aspect that you enjoy every single time you go there and get involved in a training camp?
Um, Sparring day. Love sparring day. Love lifting, like the strength conditioning class. And I love it, but I hate it, wrestling. Like, I hate it, but I love it. Like, G Jones, Greg Jones, our wrestling coach, he makes us work. But you have to do it, and I feel like it's all a mind thing. So, no one likes to wrestle, get on your knees, get up, sprawl, reverse, hip heist. It's horrible, but once you've done, you can go and relax and go to sleep for like 10 hours.
When you are drilling, when you are sparring, who are you working with the most?
So for this camp, quite a few guys. So Victor Pesta, he's fighting actually a week after me, I think. So Victor Pesta, actually Ong, been working with Ong. Been working with Steve Marry, who just fought on Bellator. Vitor Belfort, and another guy who's just joined our gym. He's fighting Orlovsky at the weekend. Gerard, I don't know if you know him, big heavyweight fighting Orlovsky at the weekend. So I've had a lot of big guys helping me. So yeah, we've just been obviously one round with this guy, one round with the other guy, and just all helping each other. So yeah, it's been a good camp, good hard camp with some big guys with a lot of knowledge.
Vitor, is he big right now? Is he on the comeback trail? Is that why he's been? Because everybody I talk to at Hard Knocks that are the bigger guys, they're talking about Vitor's there training with them.
Yeah, he's there, and he's going to fight heavyweight. I don't know if I
Wow.
should have thought that, but but yeah, come back.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
incredible. I love that Vitor still got that little the tiger or the lion inside him to come back
exactly.
at the age he's
It's
at.
full of knowledge,
Yeah.
full of knowledge. And like again, we've been drilling and sparring, and that has been helping me. Letting me know a few little tactics and tricks and of the game. He's been in the game for a long time, so little things help. The small things, I say, that helps.
At the age that you're at, you've been
Yeah,
through a lot of fights. Recovery must be very important. It must be vital to your training camp. I see that you do a lot of that. Like
a
what,
lot.
what is the best for you? What recovery method?
I like acupuncture. Acupuncture is a great healer. Acupuncture, the cryo chamber, that's really good. And what else? And like the hot and cold baths. Not so much I go in the bath, but it's like I go in the sauna, and then I go in the jacuzzi, and then I go in the pool. Like, and I feel like that's great for recovery. Like, it's not too hot, not too cold, but once you've been in the sauna for a while, then you go in that sorry, once you've been in that pool, in that sauna for a while, and then you go into the pool, it feels like ice. So, and I feel like that's helped a lot. I do that probably like at least twice a week, just for, like after training or something. I go there and just have a little relax, an hour to myself, and just no thinking, just chill.
Do you see a lot of the young guys making a mistake and not doing the recovery part of it?
Guys don't do it a lot. I probably do it like every other day. Seriously, I do it a lot. I notice a lot of people don't. No, okay. So I have a sports massage as well. That's great. I can't believe I forgot my friend out. Brian Nelson. He does like sports massages and the cupping as well, and that's really really great. You know, I do that at least twice or once a week. And I find a lot of people don't use it. I don't know why. I don't know if it's money, but I feel like recovery is probably the best.
I think I noticed that you take care of your own diet. Is that true?
Yeah, I do my own diet. I've been doing that for many years.
Yeah. Now, a lot of most guys, they got nutritionists, they got meal prep companies. You have none of that. You just do it yourself. Why do you do
Yeah,
that? And how helpful is that for you to be able to control your own diet?
I'm very disciplined. If I want to eat crap, then I will, but I know I'm going to have to pay for it. You know, I've always been, I was brought up cooking my own. So my mum always cooked for me, but I learned how to cook as well. So it's always been a thing for me to cook. Like, I always cook my own food. Now and then I will go out and get like a takeaway or something. Um, but yeah, so I've always cooked, and I feel like it's worked for me. You know, if especially for all my fights, like heavyweight, I just used to just diet. You know, cook the food. It might be boring, but at least I know what's going in my food then as well.
You ever thought about doing it for other fighters? Like maybe another job, or is it just
Maybe right now, any fighters, you want some food cooked for you? Come see me.
you never know. You know what I mean? A lot. You see a lot of fighters nowadays. They're branching
Yeah,
off into other careers while they're fighting. That is connected to the fight game. So hey, it could be something
hey,
right there.
if it kicks off, I know who to thank.
No doubt. Now, Karatanov, he is a name in the division. He's on a 6-fight win streak. A win over him, it could
Yeah,
automatically put you into the mix for the title. That's what's a big advantage of this fight.
yeah. And again, I've seen his fights. He's a tough guy. You know, he's on a 6-fight win streak. But I feel like I have the tools to beat him.
Mhm.
You know, I really do. You know, so I know a lot of people, not a lot of people, people have said, on a losing streak, he's on a winning streak. Do you think that's a disadvantage? They're numbers at the end of the day. You know what I mean? This is my journey. That's his journey. We're going to both go in there and we're going to fight. So, and the best man will win. I feel like I've got more tools than him.
Oh, Ryan Bader, he's the current champion. You faced him
Yeah.
before. I
Yeah,
know you're very confident if you do go in there against him in a
exactly.
rematch at heavyweight, you can beat him.
Yeah.
But do you see anybody else besides yourself going in there and taking away his title?
No, I don't. I don't know. I'm that guy.
Okay. Now, after this fight,
Yeah.
it's November right now or about to be November. Are you going to shut it down? Are you going to, not fight for the rest of the year? Or do you see yourself getting back into the cage again if you're physically ready to go? Maybe Bellator Japan at the end of December?
I haven't even thought of it, but now you say that, that would be great. Like Japan, Bellator. So hey, you might be onto something here. So yeah, I didn't even think of, I just thought tap this fight and then enjoy. So you might be onto something there. Yeah, obviously this fight comes first, and then I can definitely be speaking to Bellator after. That's a big card as well.
Yeah.
That's a big, and again, two guys in my weight division that are in there as well for the main event.
Yeah. I think if they match you up, you never know what could happen with the main event. We don't want bad things to happen, but who knows? Like, be ready.
Yeah.
If you're ready, you don't have to get ready, right?
Exactly. Like, my guy. You want a job? We're doing manager.
Well, man, I'm excited for you to get back into the cage, you know, and kind of go in there as a like comfortable as a heavyweight against a
Yeah,
big name, you know, in a
yeah.
big show in Israel, November 14th, Bellator 234. Man, it was finally. I'm glad I finally got you on the show to speak with you, Linton. You know,
Thank
I've been
you.
wanting to get you on the show for a long time. You know, good luck on the fight and enjoy the rest of the year.
I will do. I will do. And you have a good one. And obviously, we'll do it again one time.